Hello, beautiful divine being. I am Infiniti, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first video with me. This is actually a brand new channel for me. I just started a couple weeks ago. Infiniti and the Divine refers to the divine on both sides of the veil, those divine incarnates that are meant to awaken and fully embody, and those on the other side of the veil who help us do that. So we are Infiniti and the Divine, and that includes you. I hope you subscribe, like this video, especially if it gives you some value, comfort, help, advice, which I sure do hope so. This is the Tarot Oracle reading for all signs for the full moon, January 13th in Cancer. I'm not an astrologer, and I used to do way back when on my other channel, Infiniti, Infinite Empath Transfigurations. Way back in the day, I used to do like monthly readings for all signs, just like so many people do. And I stopped doing that a long time ago. I stopped doing a lot of stuff, just came back to really be bringing in messages and doing readings and doing all sorts of stuff again since I moved into this new house and we're activating in this new beautiful divine space here in Northern California on the Trinity River. Oh boy, a lot of interesting things happening energetically, spiritually. And over the last 24 hours, I have been guided to really start feeling into the full moon and actually getting to this reading sooner than later, so more people can see it even before the full moon, which is really great. So without further ado, let's get to it. I do have a meeting with a client. We're supposed to meet in a half an hour, and I did tell him, hey, I need to do this video before we meet, or I can't do it until like tomorrow. So let's meet later. So I may be checking my phone just to see his reply. Or I may have to stop this, come back later and finish it. So hopefully not. He's usually really flexible with me as I am with him, and it always works out. So just so you know. Okay. Whew, where are we going? We tap in here. Let's see where we're going with this. Oh, how fun. Right off the top, we are going to go with the Moonology Oracle. Whoa, here it is, flying out. Bring love into this situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. I love this. I love love, and I love, love, love. Love bringing love into the situation from the get-go, for sure. And this Aquarius energy, like we're already feeling Aquarius season start up while we're still in Capricorn season, and this whole bring love into the situation is about really tapping into your heart center. Got another card here. A new start is coming. New moon, very interesting. All this new moon for the full moon. A new start is coming. Okay, so first, bring love into the situation. Let's tap in with your heart center. Do that right now. Feel into your heart chakra. Tap into your heart center. Just going forward, really thinking about being in grace, being in love, being guided to be in a state of grace and love. Believe in the impossible. A new start is coming. Bring love into the situation. We have the blue moon. Now, this moon I think probably as close to this blue moon card as we can get. This is the wolf moon here on January 13th, 2025. For our first full moon of the year. This is always the wolf moon, which I always connect to very greatly. I actually have a wolf dog. I've always been into wolves, love wolves, and the January full moon called the wolf moon means it's all about how the Native Americans coined or named it that because it was the most active they heard. The wolves would be on the January full moon. So we have believe in the impossible, a new start is coming. Oh, well, look at this. We got our card for this full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. It is a full moon in Cancer. There we go. We have 2 new moons. And the 2 full moons and the moon that is actually our full moon, the full moon in Cancer. That's what we have for this year, for this full moon. So here we got all our cards from the Moonology Oracle. Love that Oracle deck. Whew. These are all great. This is what we've been getting. Believe in the impossible, no limits, believe in magic. Here we go with the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Things are coming, you know, and a new start is coming. So it's like, seriously here. When we bring love into the situation, we have faith, when we go, you know what, new year, full moon, let's be illuminated. Let's start something completely fresh. This is, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I haven't been excited for a new year ever like this one because of the energies and everything surrounding it. It means, and BTW, I just did my daily today. That was absolutely amazing. Michael came through. He brought us beautiful gifts and activations, and Gaia came through. I highly suggest you watch that ASAP. Today's the 8th of January, and I just recorded it. The full moon's on the 13th. Also huge and big with the divine feminine energies, for sure. Whew. Believe in the impossible. Personal issue reaches a resolution. So if there's been, I'm hearing like something with definitely it could be a relationship. This could be, for some people, this could be issues at work, or maybe even not being able to find work, or trying to find a job, or things going slow with finding a job. Like that gets cleared up. And moves forward. Things reach a resolution with some people with a relationship. And for some, this could be to part ways, I'm hearing. Some people may choose to part ways, and some people may choose to really let down their guard, be more vulnerable and loving, and really commit harder. So if there may be, I'm sorry to say, it could go either way here, kind of depending on what's supposed to go down. But it's just really interesting the way that these cards look. Let me show you. It goes like this. Let me get this straight here. It's really interesting the way this is looking. It's like big, little, but we have new moon, full moon. And this reading is for the full moon. I'm still super stoked on getting this card, not gonna lie, because of that Cancer full moon, and it is the Cancer full moon. Things are lining up. Things are coming into alignment where you would like them to go, so things can move forward. Okay, let's see what else. The Divine Feminine Oracle. All right, well, the 13th is definitely connected to the Divine Feminine, or the number 13, I should say, is connected to the Divine Feminine. We have 2 full moons on the 13th in a row. We had one in December, we have one in January, And the full moon especially just is always really rich with that feminine, psychic, knowing deeper, knowing more, feeling more energy. That's why people get a little bit crazy on the full moon, especially if they're, you know, kind of out of balance, or there's a lot of stuff that's in flux and change, or needs to change, or, you know, needs to be like illuminated in your consciousness, that sort of thing. This is taking a hot minute though. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. White buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. She's coming through with a full moon as well. Let me grab the book because I am not really familiar with her. So let me grab this and see what jumps. Here we go. White buffalo calf woman represents a sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us. She was a primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the Plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. When we select her card, White buffalo calf woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to more through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. She is an omen that is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. So this is exactly what we got with these moon messages. Bring love into the situation. Believe in the impossible. Things will turn out the way you want it to. And things, you do get a resolution. You do end up getting what you want. There is, I mean, this is just, she's coming in to say, and I just talked about the Native Americans, how they coined this full moon, the wolf full moon. So really intense energies with Native American ancestors, Native American energies in medicine, and especially with her for sure. She wants us to focus on is intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. Exactly. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. Absolutely. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. 100%. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Oh my God, I love this so much. Soul voice meditation. What is my intention for the work I am currently doing? What is my intention for the work that I'm currently doing? Like really, like this is something like when things come through for me, it's like, okay, is that my ego? Is that like, sometimes I'm like, is that like really what I should be doing? Or is that me just, you know, maybe wanting attention in some way, or wanting, you know, recognition, or wanting to feel good in some way. I don't know. Just, you know, I just check in and I, you know, kind of go, what's my motivation for this? Why I'm doing this, whatever that it is. And that will help, you know, kind of steer you, like, is this in alignment with the bigger picture? Is this in alignment with what I, you know, what I've been intending to do, you know, that sort of thing. And then intention, my heart is a compass, my path, or sorry, the path of love is true abundance. So when we, there's this part in there about, the most sacred path is the one abundant with love. So when we are in love with ourselves and what we're doing, when we are doing what we're doing because of love, because we want to enrich ourselves and enrich others and bring in beauty and abundance and love and magic and grace and majesty and, you know, just all the wonderful things into the world and connect to that and build upon that, we are supported 100% because we're fulfilling what we're meant to do with ourselves, with our souls. And that changes over time, obviously, you know, as we develop, as we evolve, as we change and transition into what we're meant to be. What we're meant to be doing at any given time does change as well. So we have to be constantly, you know, recalibrating to that. And sometimes things shift very, very quickly. Okay, let's see what else I'm being guided to here. Okay, Beyond Lumeria Oracle deck. So far it's all Oracle, no Tarot. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. So many cards in this deck. Those did not shuffle at all. Okay, here we go. Is that one card? Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Home. And look at that. Home is where the heart is. Look at the heart. It's kind of been heavy today with hearts. And if you watch my earlier video that I talked about, you will see why. But I love this. Home. Hey man, I've been super home centric since I just moved homes. A couple weeks ago here to, there it is. I'm like, where is this book? A couple, like on literally the last full moon. Grounding into this amazing new home, this amazing portal place and convergence of energies. We talked about that today in that video I spoke of. Okay, I swear to God, I'm sorry. I cannot help it. It is just what it is. And home is a very, very special energy, and being into your heart. So we have, look at all the eyeball, like every single one of these bubbles is an eyeball. I love this. I am going to actually, I just heard, tell everybody you're going to post all of these cards, however many cards we get. We're going to post this in an article on my Mighty Networks so you could take a look for yourself, take a little deeper look at all of these cards if you like. But for right now, we're going to get into home. Heart-based presence, grounding, finding home within yourself, wherever you are, the body as a temple for the soul, travel, finding family wherever you go, occupying yourself, connecting to your unwavering infinite depths and the collective oneness. So feel into like making home, wherever your home is, wherever your space is, more sacred to you, cleaning it up, organizing it, and really tapping into the truth that to be comfortable in the world is to be comfortable in your body. And if you're uncomfortable in your body for whatever reason, you're in pain, you're overweight, you're depressed, you're stressed, you're whatever it may be, then you need to have the intention to be guided to ways to make yourself more comfortable in your home, in your body. This is about your both places, your home environment and your home environment. And in order to have things turn out for you this way with a new start and all of that, I'm also hearing too, like if you've been sick, if you're chronically ill, just know that believe in the impossible. That's this card. Believe in the impossible, that you can be healed. Trust me. I was chronically ill. I have many clients who are chronically ill with really debilitating shit that made life impossible, that made you just want to, be done with it. And you can be healed. I'm putting myself out there to look into me if you're dealing with energy issues, mental issues, emotional issues, pain, like physical pain issues, things that are out of whack, that are, things you take medicine for, things you have specialists for that really don't ever heal you. They just monitor you and nothing ever changes. If anything, it probably gets worse because all of those pharmaceuticals just make it so much worse. We need to be comfortable in our home. This is really what's coming through here. The need to heal yourself, the need to work with your energy, the need to understand how all of this matters for what you're going to experience in all areas of your life. If you're not feeling fantastic, most of the time, we have things to work on. We have energy that needs to be transmuted. Period. That's not okay. We've normalized it, but it's not okay. It's not the way it should be by any stretch of the imagination. So, understand that and believe in the impossible. Believe that you can be healed. Even if you've been told this is chronic, this is lifelong, you're always going to be fill in the blank. Know that there is a reality, there is a timeline where that isn't true. And you're living it right now if you choose to. If you decide, I'm done with feeling like this, I want my home to feel really good. And this January full moon is coming in, remember, love. If you have love for yourself, if we start with bringing love into the situation, which is exactly what all of this is about. I mean, come on. It's just multi-layered with the love. This card invites you to align with your temple space. Consider all the amazing things your body does and how you effortlessly move through reality. So, know that your reality can shift most exponentially because your physicality shifts. And your mentality and your emotionality, I know that's not a word, but I like to say it, emotionality, your spirituality, your mentality, your abundance quotient of how you're connected either more to the abundance matrix or more to the material matrix, which is where most people are, to really understand that this is a time of healing. This year is going to bring healing to a lot of people, especially if they want it and they want to start thinking out of the box. They want to stop making doctor's appointments and stop taking the same medications and stop doing the same shit you've been doing for a long time that's not fixing anything. If anything, I'm feeling like this is making you more frustrated. Like it's just another year feeling like this, not feeling the way I know I could or should or really, really want to. So, you know, what I'm seeing here is this full moon is a time to activate yourself, to get into alignment with what can happen for yourself in the vessel, in the home, in the physical, to make you as optimal as possible, as soon as possible, to maximize your life force as soon as possible, to make you as healthy as possible, to get you as abundant as possible, as soon as possible, to get you in alignment with your soul and your soul missions, your life purpose, and what you're meant to create and how you're meant to collaborate and all that good stuff. Again, I am the real deal. I can help you with this. Most definitely visit my website, check it out, or wherever else you're guided to. But if you're watching this video and you're hearing this message from me, and I'm this confident that whatever you have going on physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, that is out of balance, that has made the road rocky and rough for you, that it's just like 2 steps forward, 8 steps back, and you know, just one thing after another, physically or otherwise, that's broken and not well, that's in disease in your home or in your home. It is time for healing. It is time for a cleanup. It is time to move into a place where you can experience healing on a whole new level, on a spiritual level. That's how I work. I work with divine counterparts like Gaia and archangels and Mother, Father, God themselves, ascended masters, dragons, the elementals, fae, unicorns, and dragons, all of them at different times as they see fit to come through and work with you, and how you're guided and how we're guided to work with you. So just to let you know, I'm not just saying, oh, hey, you can heal yourself. There's this amazing healing that can be done. Go find it somewhere. It's like you're looking at the person who will help you with that. So if you're interested, check out my website. Okay. So funny. Okay, let's see if we're guided to anything else here. Starseed Oracle once again, and don't forget, in my Mighty Networks that you can join. The link is in the description of this. It is not, it might, maybe you never heard of it. I didn't hear about it until I was guided to it for myself, but it is basically a platform where every community is completely separate from other communities, or Mighty Networks itself, actually. And I've created a platform there with open spaces and private spaces, places for my groups, and the open space is free. Maybe this one too. I'm actually gonna go here first. Oh wow. Okay, what is this one? Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna finish that thought. So anyway, I will be posting these cards, and the descriptions from the book as well, so you can really take a deep dive into this for yourself, because I just don't have time to read every single one, and I'm guided to go quickly here and get as many messages. You can circle back on my Mighty Networks if you don't have these decks later on today, because like I said, or as soon as possible, I will have it posted, all of the cards in this reading, so you can read for yourself. So this next card here we got from the Starseed Oracle: water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So seriously, I'm not kidding you when it comes to body care, taking care of yourself, nourishment, and this other card that I got here, these two things are linked, which is so freaking fascinating that I was guided to get these two cards. This is lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. So another thing to consider, the healthier you are, the more nourished and healthy that you are, the more you will connect with your soul and know more of what you've done before. You can embody and bring in from other incarnations abilities, gifts, powers, and all this stuff that you're familiar with in other incarnations that start to integrate into this incarnation, because you are one soul. So all of that is in your bag of tricks. It's just, it's like partitioned from lifetimes, but those partitions have doors and windows, right? So you can get all, whether it's up and down or say whatever, however you want to look at it, it's really more up and down. But anywho, I am guided to get into Water Your Garden real quick. Page 120. Just like, there we go, finally. Okay, in part, I'm not reading the very top part, I'm reading this part, I'm getting right to it. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. Your body is the only body you're given in this incarnation. There's just the one, and it's precious, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out, and if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in, if it hasn't already. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. That was weird. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend day or an afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. Oh, that's a good one. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What is your body yearning for? Your body, I can tell you right now, is yearning to feel better. It's yearning for more energy. It's yearning for peace. It's yearning to not be in pain. Not in your back, not in your knees, not in your gut, not in your head, not in your chest, not in your shoulders. It doesn't want to feel pain everywhere or all of these places. And this is, I mean, I can't with this. It's just so too much. But yeah, this is big time. And, you need to make the time to do this. There's never the right time. That's something that she probably should have put in here. Like, if you're waiting for the right time, then, sweet. If you're waiting, he said yes. I love him. If you're waiting for the right time, the best time, like after this or after that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or whatever that is so important, there's never the right time. Just like there's never the right time to move or have a baby or get married, because it's the kind of thing that like takes up so much space, and everything else has to like move out of the way for this big new thing to happen. And everything else needs to be rearranged out of the norm of what you're already doing with life. And there's never the right time for that. There's never like, oh, there's this whole like 2-month stretch where like literally nothing is going on. And that will be the perfect time for that, for me to work on that or do that or go there or whatever. It's like, that just doesn't happen with most people. It's just day after day, day after day. So you have to plan it. You have to schedule it. You have to decide, this is what I'm doing, and make the time for it. Okay, so next is Lost Lands. number 90. Here we go. You're being called, okay, again, in part, you're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Yeah, definitely. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. So this is about understanding that we've done this many times before. If you're here now, if you're an incarnate, if you're awakening, you have absolutely done this before. This is not your first rodeo. Working specifically, not just as, being incarnated, but working with and for and by the light to help humanity ascend. I mean, we just have to keep coming back because this is the long game. We have several more millennia to go. It's not like it's gonna get done in this lifetime. I mean, I wish, but no. And so what we need to know is when we start to go like, oh, these lifetimes are not just like random, I'm just experiencing life, it's just like whatever it is what it is, it's not that important. Just know that that's not true, that actually it is very important. Your body, your life is precious. It takes a lot of time and energy and effort to get you back into a body after each body's, death and rebirth, to come back in. You start off as a baby and then a child. You got all this stuff to go through before you can really get to a point, we're bringing light into the world from the time we're born. Of course, we're raising the vibration as divine incarnates without even knowing it. Every step we take, every laugh, every squeal and delight, every new discovery as a child is more and more light. But when it comes to, really working, usually that takes a bit later in life. Although I was doing it at the age of 5, giving angel messages, but there are exceptions. But for most people, you have to get to a certain, age to, awaken and heal and start being truly the effective divine incarnate light warrior that you're meant to be. And these two things, amazingly, go together so well, because the more that we heal, the more we connect, the more that we uplift ourselves physically, the more that we heal energetically, the more that we do us on a really intense high level with the intention and awareness that we have a soul. Lost lands is about remembering who and what we are and where we've been here before and what we've done as incarnates and how it's all connected. And the sooner that we can wake up to the fact oh, we're actually here to do something. I'm not just dropped into this world and had these experiences for and it's just random. I'm supposed to live and die and that's that. No, there's actually an agenda for you. There's actually things for you to do as a divine incarnate light being. You need to activate, wake up and heal and ascend and have all the beautiful magical things come through and support you and love you and take you through all that. And an integral, critical part of that is your own soul connection, because once you're tapped in with your soul, then what happens? Remember, coming back to this, you're home all the time. So, I just have a feeling it's just going to be more of the same cards, but I'm being guided. Let's pull a couple of tarot cards. feeling? Just checking in. I'm feeling the Light Seers. I did a reading with the Light Seers deck the other day. Gosh, I love this deck, and it's really cool and fun to start working with it again. It is, let's see. Ah, gotta love this. King of Pentacles. And look at, we got a wolf right there. And I know that's a pentacle, but it could definitely be a full moon as well. That's what I'm hearing. Listen, we're ready for abundance. We're ready for bringing into us higher awareness, understanding, really being connected to our souls. Like I'm seeing this as an avatar, like the wolf is an avatar for the King of Pentacles. And that's, and this energy is really coming through. Just the multi-layered ways that we exist and are existing, and the way magic takes hold of, because this is a very magical card. The 5-pointed star with the pentacle, and there's just light all the way around it. He's got a big old smile on his face. You could see that. I mean, why wouldn't he have a big old smile on his face? He's got it all. He's exactly what we want to be. He's comfortable in his beautiful home. It's bright with passion and love. He has people who love him. He has people that he loves. He overlooks an abundant community. He has this amazing wolf with him. Did I say he feels good? He's healthy. He's wise. He's comfortable. He loves his life, and he just continues to grow. He's strong. I'm going to get another card here. Oh, wow. A couple more cards here. What do we get? Knight of Pentacles. Holy moly. King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. What else? The Star. Look at this. Oh, I love this. The Star and, ooh, the Lovers. Isn't that a great card? Love this. Wow, this reading is wild. Listen, when you are on board with this energy that is coming through, that is opening up to you right now, to just like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a parachute. Like, put that parachute on your back and jump and just float into it, because this is really abundant energy, super abundant energy with believe in the impossible. Seriously. And where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. A personal issue reaches a resolution. You know what I see with this is personal issue reaching a resolution. This is you deciding, I'm gonna definitely start doing whatever I need to do to start feeling better. The Star. This is when somebody has transcended the physical limitations and the mind limitations that say there's only so much that can happen in the physical, that we're bound and limited by certain circumstances. This is somebody who's experienced the release of limits physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally, and abundantly, and of course reaches a new height spiritually. This is somebody who's connected with their soul, who's connected with the all, who's ready to live a life that is fully, truly magical, more than you could ever imagine in your life. Trust me, it can happen. I'm living proof of it. I am living proof of it. And the Lovers. The Lovers here, this is about seeing yourself in love and at home and at peace. First off, divine union with yourself, divine union with yourself, divine romance with yourself, divine love and passion with your own body, not connected to anybody else. You don't need anybody else to in a sexual way to feel good, just to feel good and grounded and aligned and in love with you and how it feels to be you. And maybe you've never felt that before, but it is definitely possible. I never felt that before until I did too. And I was chronically ill too. So this isn't just about romantic love. This is about being in love with life, being in love with your home, your inner home life and your outer home life. And lastly, this is saying when you are truly in a state like this, you can be in truly a state like this with another. So, or if you have your other and you are in a committed relationship, then getting yourself like this is only going to make this that much better. And there's usually the one person ahead of the other person when it comes to that. I talked about this yesterday in the daily. And in that sense, this person is going to, definitely be the catalyst to healing for both parties. And I don't think the other person is that far behind. I just think that it's just about finding their place. But if you're in already a committed relationship, I'm feeling that it's either going to break up relatively soon. So if it's been very contentious or difficult or argumentative and, just a lot of just even like really talking about it or wondering like, should we stay together? Come the full moon, it may be obvious that no, you should not. So there's that scenario, just heads up there, where I feel that in order to grow, these people need to separate. There's definitely people that are going to need to separate. Then there's other people who are single, have been single, and this whole thing with your healing is eventually going to lead to the most amazing, beautiful divine union ever. And for those who have been with somebody who are going to break up somewhere around or right after the full moon, or have been somewhere in that in the last few weeks, possibly even, there's like, I'm seeing this like, well, it could be like somewhere in January. Like this is just like, or maybe it just happened in the last week in December, this month. I'm seeing this month, but it's like really is like the flashpoint is this coming full moon for a lot of people. Just know that this, if that's what's happened with you, you definitely need a time to just recalibrate to being on your own and get through whatever, separation needs to happen, as sticky as that may be, and try to get through that as quickly as possible. But that after that, this is really about you and your divine union with yourself. It's about this. Yeah. And it's just, it just hasn't been time. There hasn't been the place and time to have like that perfect lover, divine union come through to you, that perfect soul family person, at least at this time for you. I don't really, and I talked about this yesterday, I don't really do the twin flame thing. It's been just something very overblown, and it's very specific, and I don't think about it as like essentially twin flames. Everybody's a soulmate, everybody's soul family. We have soul pods and soul groups, and there's people that are we're really meant to connect with and mesh with and live with and have experiences with long term, and help and shape each other and all of that good stuff through our evolution. And it's for, there's certain soul incarnates that have certain connections with certain other soul incarnates, but it's best to just not complicate things. And like, it's just the twin flame thing was just really meant to be very distracting, and for people to profit off of that whole idea without it really being a thing that is beyond for most people, and that has just confused a lot of people, the whole twin flame thing. So I'm sorry if that upsets you. People really have taken that whole program in and really attached themselves to it and really lived by it. But that was the idea from the dark side, to really take people, really not let people move on from relationships and keep themselves, corded and connected to things that were of the past, instead of releasing and moving forward. Just because people get hung up and energetically tied to people that they're not meant to be with anymore. But it's really hard to move on, especially when you're thinking like, oh, we're twin flames and this is that and that is this, and that's, it's just like, just not letting that go, I guess. And that's just something that's very difficult to deal with when you're trying to ascend. It's like, you need to be autonomous, and you need to be on, with you on your own energy, doing your own thing. Especially if you are single, let yourself be single, let yourself have all that extra room to do what you need to do. And when the time is right, this will happen, this whole lovers thing. And just like, think about it, like when two sick people get together, and then when two super healthy people get together. The two super healthy people, super spiritually connected, energetically sound, grounded people, who have healed from past traumas, who have let go energetically, who have embodied more of their soul. Those two people getting together are going to make amazing magic together. Whereas the two sick people are only going to bounce their sickness off of each other and make it very difficult for them to evolve and heal and move on and truly awaken. So you owe it to yourself. Like it said, we really need to see and have reverence for our physical bodies, and really putting an emphasis on how we're treating it, what we're consuming on all the levels, and really get ourselves as healthy as we can be for ourselves, so we can maximize our life force and really begin to shape our reality through that power. If you're sick and sickly and no energy and feeling like shit and everything is disarray in your life, and you're like, why can't I manifest? It's like, well, why can't I have the world that I like? And da 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 da. It's like, well, we have to clean things up. We have to clean the machine up so the machine can be magical again, how it's meant to be. So just think about, it's logical, it's rational, it makes sense. But the way we get there is through magic, is through energy work, is through intention, is through working on high levels energetically and spiritually, and that we have the power to do. Okay, so before we go, let's review, because this is amazing. The first card we got, bring love into the situation. We started with that. Let's get heart-centered. Let's open up to the possibilities. A new start is coming. Yes. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Now, this again could be about just your mental state. This could be about resolving something with relationships. Believe in the impossible, because guess what? It's actually not impossible. It's magic. It's intention. It's the universe and all your guides and guardians working and conspiring and collaborating with you and for you to help you be as strong, as connected as you're meant to be, as healthy as you're meant to be. And nothing is off of the table. We have white buffalo calf woman, prophetic Lakota prophetess, all talking about true abundance through the path of the heart, being heart-centered. So again, with a love-centered energy there with her. Then we got water your garden, take care of yourself, rest, nourish, heal, make your body a priority and how you're feeling moving forward. Oh no, we got home. That's right. Home came in first. I'm being reminded. Home is where the heart is. Your environmental health of your body and your home and your sacred places, and how you connect to yourself and your home and how you feel needs to be looked at seriously. Like, enough is enough. We're not going to do a whole other year the way it's been, and we're going to make it better. It's going to be so much better, health-wise, etc. Okay, so then water your garden, rest, nourish, take care of yourself, heal yourself. Know that a lot of the mystery, a lot of the lost of what we, had, ancient and ancestors and all this stuff, we can connect to those truths, those wisdoms, know sacred places, remember things we've done, places we've been connected to, feel it when we're guided to these places and people and situations. This is everything is cyclical and coming back again. As we awaken, will be aware of ourselves in other incarnations, and the truth of working with energy, working with spirit, working with our divine counterparts to make magic. Speaking of which, we get King of Pentacles with that wolf for our wolf full moon. Super abundant, super, and I'm hearing here, this is having big time like Metatron energies, Archangel Metatron energies, sacred geometry, frequencies, sound, crystals, crystal keys and things like this coming through and to you. To help you remember, to help activate you. So this probably, I'm guessing, has been a thing for you already, just may increase quite a bit when it comes to that. And then Knight of Pentacles. I mean, and this horse is coming through to me now like I didn't see it before. This horse talks about strength and vitality and forward movement, just having a lot of energy to help you with this, having a lot of energy, so much energy here. And not the first time we've seen Knight of Pentacles lately. This card has come through a few times actually in recent days, the Star. If there's one card to focus in on in this reading, I want it to be this card for you, because of just how fully encapsulated all of this entire reading is for us. And this is, you know, she's just in such whimsy and such magic and such, you know, beautiful belief of the all, of the one. She feels it in her heart. She's connected to it. She's grounded in with Gaia. She's not in that like, oh, the magic is out there and when can I get back there, and I don't want to be here and I long for all of, you know, to not, you know, no. She's like, oh my God, I finally know what it's like to want to be here and be comfortable here and be excited to be here and be, you know, just be healthy and getting healthier and being connected and feeling all this amazing, beautiful magic that's coming through. And this is just so amazing. Love that card. And of course, the Lovers. Divine union with yourself, first and foremost. And then soul family. This is really speaking to soul family. That there's not just one, that there's many soul mates, soul family members in your soul group and soul pod, that you're meant to share passion, not just romantic passion, not just sex passion, not just, you know, the naughty passion, but I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know what I mean. You know, the passion for life, the passion for connection, the passion, the shared experience of passion and connection with others, but first with yourself. Again, first with yourself, but this is going to be like, oh my gosh, like so much bigger in the future when it comes to soul family, soul mates, soul connections. And I'm feeling like, lastly, like, don't be surprised if you hear, as the bell chimes from my mighty network, don't be surprised if, right, I was like, what? I lost my train of thought. Don't be surprised if, like, past lovers, past people, especially I am feeling it more like romantic people, but it could be people you're really, really close to, like really close friends, best friends type people, circle back around and that you haven't talked to in a long, long time. And you compare notes. Like, don't be afraid to reconnect with somebody if they've reached out, somebody from a long ago. Don't put upon them who they were then. You know, chances are they've changed quite a lot, that they've woken up to a certain degree. And if they're reaching out is because they're being guided to, and just see what that's about. Now, of course, every situation is different. So if it was somebody that was super abusive, super scary, you're just like, hell no way, then obviously I'm not talking to you about this. You're not the person I'm talking to, or that's not the person that I'm thinking about. Just wait to see how it plays out. See if anybody shows up, or if they have recently, then that's what I'm talking about. And if you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to reconnect there, you know, a lot of time has passed, let's just leave the past behind, moving forward. Well, you know, we're still here and they're still here. So the story's not over. So, you know, like I said, unless they're a person who is really somebody that you are just like, no is a monster, no is a parasite, no is possessed, and no is nasty, that you should absolutely not. And that's what you're feeling when they do contact you, then fine. You just go with whatever you're being told and whatever feels right for you with this person. But for several people, I'm seeing the possibility of somebody circling back around in one way or another to connect with you, to you know, just compare notes, talk about what's happened since you've last connected. What, you know, where are you now? What's going on? How are things? What's new in your life? This is a new year. Just, you know, I'm just being, That's just what I'm being guided to. Don't just be like, that was the past, or that's who that person is, or, you know, who they were. Just open up to the possibilities that people do change, and just as you have. And to, you know, tap in with what is the best course of action as you're moving forward with reconnections, you know, with reconnections. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. I hope you are inspired and excited about this full moon and these energies. I definitely am. I love this for people. I love that this energy is coming through with this full moon to help validate you, to help inspire you and motivate you to heal, to connect. And again, if that's supposed to be with me and my community, I welcome you already. I can't wait to meet you and to work with you and to see you around in whatever capacity you're meant to. Again, my Mighty Networks, my Infinite, let me tell you what this is. I'll show you right now. Infinite Empath Healing and Spirituality. That's what it looks like. So when you click on the link, you and you can do this on an app on your phone or on a computer, and it's something completely different and nothing to do with social media. This is a platform completely off of anything else. There's no advertisements, there's no ads, there's nothing else except for my space on there, and or my community. And in my community, I have an open space that's like a group page and a page all in one. And then I have a private sacred space that's another level of connection with me. And connection with other soul family members, where you can really share. It's not like you're sharing on your page or in a regular group on Facebook or any place else. Super duper exclusive and private. Someplace to really, really like share of your experiences, share of the wonderment of your life and what you're going through, and get support. And I put forth a lot of effort in there, and it's going to be more and more. Then there are my spaces that are in that community for my groups. And currently I have 4 groups, and things are going to be kind of updating and changing a little bit in the future. But for right now, things are set for the way they are. And I really encourage you to check those out. And I guess with that said, we're done here. I'm so stoked that I was guided to do this and had the time and space to do this today. And again, I hope you have a wonderful full moon. Reach out if so guided. Check out my website, my community. Like I said, follow me on X. That's really the only social media I'm on, aside from I do write articles on Medium, and there's a link in this description as well for how to read my articles. But also on my website, you can get to everything from there, and in-depth information about me, who I am, what I do. There's testimonials and all sorts of good stuff on my website, infiniteempath.com. Please join me there soon and reach out as guided. And I do offer consultations to serious souls who want to work with me. So there's no excuses, and I do work with people financially. I do take donations. I am donation based or sliding scale based in a lot or most or all of what I do practically. So please don't let money be a factor, and reach out if you want to work with me. I look forward to meeting you. Have a wonderful rest of your day whenever you watch this. Happy full moon. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Bye for now. See ya.